Kanye West established himself as one of the most influential musicians of the 21st century. However, he has also managed to make himself known as one of the most controversial public figures in modern times. His long career has been full of scandal after scandal, and today we're going to dive into them and take a look at the rise and fall of Kanye West. Kanye West's career began really taking off in early 2004 with the release of his debut album, The College Dropout. The album launched Kanye West into the public zeitgeist and was the beginning of a very successful and influential music career. The following year, Kanye was involved in a benefit concert for Hurricane Katrina, which had recently devastated New Orleans. Kanye had a segment during a concert where he was going to speak with comedian Mike Myers about the damage that was done to New Orleans. After Mike Myers finished reading from his part of the script, Kanye began ad-libbing about the way black people were being portrayed by the media during the hurricane in comparison to white people.
I hate the way they portray us in the media. If you see a black family, it says they're looting. If you see a white family, it says they're looking for food. And you know.
When it was his turn to speak, Myers continued to read from the script, choosing not to acknowledge that his co-host had just gone off script. Kanye then said the now infamous quote, "George Bush doesn't care about black people." This moment went down in TV history and started what would become Kanye's first taste of controversy. It sparked big debates among the public, and George Bush himself even commented on the event, stating that it was the most disgusting moment of his presidency. In a later interview, Kanye said he regretted making the statements, but he never made the apology that many were calling for. In the years following this incident, Kanye had a few controversies related to award shows. In 2006, he failed to win Best Video at the MTV Europe Music Awards, and he hopped up on stage during the winner's speech to talk about how he should have been the one to win. He was heavily criticized for this and would later apologize for it during a performance. His next major controversy came about during the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. Taylor Swift won the award for Best Female Video, and while she was accepting her award, she was interrupted by Kanye. He jumped up onto the stage and grabbed the mic from her in order to say that Beyoncé's video was amazing and should have won. Kanye was removed from the remainder of the show for this outburst and was even criticized for the move by the then President Barack Obama. While Kanye did eventually apologize for interrupting Taylor, he would later take back the apology and describe interrupting her as a selfless act. In 2013, Kanye performed at the wedding of an authoritarian president's grandson. Kanye had previously taken a stand for human rights in regard to states like Arizona. However, he was willing to accept $3 million to perform at this wedding, even though it was in Kazakhstan, which has some of the worst human rights violations in the world. Many thought this made all of Kanye's past activism performative, since he was clearly willing to put his morals aside for a big enough paycheck. Just 3 years later, in 2016, Kanye found himself back in the limelight amidst the Bill Cosby scandal. After over 50 women had come out and made serious allegations against the comedian, Kanye tweeted out, "Bill Cosby innocent." Kanye gave no insight as to why he may have believed this and immediately started tweeting about new Nike sneakers. Meanwhile, many other celebrities and fans of Kanye started tweeting against his comments, with some even saying that he was just sparking controversy in order to trend online. This was just the beginning of a series of controversies surrounding Kanye that went a lot deeper than just celebrity drama at award shows. In May 2018, Kanye went on a rant about how black people chose to be enslaved, shocking absolutely nobody. This led to a huge backlash against him and had many people calling him racist and a victim blamer. He was asked to apologize, but instead defended his stance and said that he was being attacked for having new ideas. In 2021, Kanye went on a huge tirade against Pete Davidson when it was revealed that Pete was dating Kanye's ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. While it might be normal to expect some jealousy about your ex getting into a new relationship, Kanye took it to the extreme. He started posting public threats to kill or hurt Pete, and even published a music video where a claymation version of Pete Davidson is kidnapped and buried. Many people started becoming concerned for Kanye's mental health, as he seemed to be seriously unwell when he lashed out at Pete. This controversy eventually culminated in Pete having to seek out trauma therapy due to the amount of harassment he was receiving from Kanye's colleagues and fans. October of 2022 ended up being a very controversial month for Kanye, beginning on the 3rd when he was spotted at his fashion show in Paris wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Regardless of how people felt about the shirt, it got the internet sparked with heavy debate. Just 4 days later, Kanye went on an anti-Semitic rant on Instagram where he implied that fellow rapper Diddy is being controlled by the Jews. The outrage against this comment was immediate, and Kanye's Instagram account was locked for spewing hateful speech. After not tweeting for 2 years, Kanye took to Twitter to announce that he was going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people and that he couldn't be called anti-Semitic for saying any of this because he's black. This tweet was widely criticized and soon got Kanye's Twitter account locked as well. As Kanye's comments started getting more and more attention, various sources started coming out about comments and clips from Kanye that had to be cut out of shows because he would make anti-Semitic comments and talk about loving Hitler. One such alleged clip was apparently from LeBron James's show The Shop Uninterrupted. There were also reports that Kanye had wanted to name one of his albums Hitler. Well-known neo-Nazi groups began publicly agreeing with Kanye, which prompted many of Kanye's sponsors to drop him. Vogue, CAA, Balenciaga, Gap and Adidas all ended their contracts and sponsorships with Kanye, which lost him his status as a billionaire. Kanye's most recent controversy involved him storming into the Skechers headquarters to try and get a sponsorship. Given that the CEO and founder of Skechers is in fact Jewish, the company rejected Kanye and escorted him off the property. In response to the backlash against him, Kanye suddenly closed his private school Donda Academy on October 27th, with no prior warning given to the families or staff involved with the school. The school initially told parents that it would remain closed until the beginning of 2023. However, hours later, the parents were informed that the school would actually be opening back up the following day. While these may be all of Kanye's largest scandals up to this point, it is very likely that we'll see more drama and controversy from Kanye before the end of the year, or even the end of the month.